Hey everybody, I want to do a quick walk around my 2006 TRX Honda 400EX. Picked this thing up on Craigslist for $1,500 about 2 months ago. It came stock, completely bone stock. It's never had an exhaust on it. It's never had a jet kit. Never had any kind of motor work done to it. It's just been maintained and ran. The guy that owned it before me was the original owner, so I'm the second owner of this bike. He rode it on his farm, and that's about it. He did ride it quite a bit, but he took very good care of it. It was always sprayed off with a pressure washer after each ride, so mud didn't stick on this thing. It didn't sit and bake on the engine. And when I purchased it, he gave me 2 gallons of Honda HN4 motor oil that he ran through it, and about 5 or 6 oil filters. So that made me feel good knowing that it was regularly maintained. This bike came with all black plastic on it, but I decided to take it off. I actually sold the black plastic on Craigslist for $250. I wanted to put red on it, in my opinion. Even though I got a green Honda sitting right there, Hondas are red. They don't look like a Honda unless they got some red on it. So I went with red plastic, and I love the way it turned out. I think when I'll get the left side and the right side decals back on, it's going to look great. And other than that, when that little plastic piece right there comes in, this will be completely back, ready to roll. Haven't ridden it since I've got the plastic on it, of course, but there's really not much on this thing that's aftermarket. The light bar, the way I mounted it, I wanted to be able to remove it, and if I removed it, you never know it was there. So that's why I've got that mount. Picked that mount up on Amazon for like $9. These front A-arm guards, they're Moose Racing. Slap those on there just to kind of save the paint. I've got one back on the swing arm, and I've got one to cover the whole bottom. It hasn't got here either, but yeah, man. I mean, this guy took very good care of this bike. Like I said, he's a one-time owner. Always sprayed it off, always kept it clean. The oil was changed in it regularly. I mean, the freaking paint on the hubs, man, they still look, I mean, it still looks mint. The plastic that came on this bike really wasn't, you know, all that tore up. Now, black, when it gets used and scratched up, it does look a little rough, but I got $250 out of it on Craigslist, so somebody wanted it bad enough, and that helped take some of the hurt away for replacing all the plastic. It cost me about $700, including the heel guards. Headlight works, reverse. I mean, this thing runs. I mean, it runs like a top. It's been sitting in my building. It's been fairly cold this week, and unusually cold. It snowed yesterday here in North Carolina, but just wanted to do that. Post this video and just let you guys take a look. Let me know what you think. I don't know if I mentioned it. I paid $1,500 for this thing. I've got about $500 in plastic, so I'm right at about, I don't know, $2,200 including everything. But I posted a video of this and some pictures on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist for $3,500, and my phone would not stop blowing up, so I had to take it down. I never really wanted to sell it. I just wanted to see if anybody out there was crazy enough to pay $3,500 for a bone stock 2006 bike, and they sure were. Crank this thing up and let you guys hear it. See if it'll fire up. I've had the valves adjusted. The valves were exactly where they needed to be. They were right to spec. We took the carburetor off and cleaned the carburetor out. I mean, I've never seen the inside of a carburetor more clean than this bike. I mean, it looked like it still came from Honda. Get in there a little bit and see just how clean that motor is. Still stock exhaust, like I said. The wheels are a little scratched up around the edges, but it's not bad. Look at it, 12-year-old bike. This thing looks really good. I've got the light bar mounted right here on top. Comes right on. Show you what it looks like. It's a sweet ride. It's definitely something when I jump off of that rafter, It's definitely a little slower, but when you're trail riding, you can only go so fast through the woods. So I enjoy riding this thing at night. I will enjoy riding this thing at night. This sucker right here, I got it the first of the year and absolutely love it. It flies. It's the fastest thing I've ever ridden. In my trusty 2016 Foreman, that's my hunting rig. That's just what gets me to and from the deer stand, helps me haul deer out of the woods. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking about putting a 6-pack rack on the back of it, simply for storage space. There's no storage on this bike anywhere, so other than wearing a backpack, you're kind of limited on what you can bring. You know, you can always rig up something. But if any of you guys have a 6-pack rack back there on the grab bar, let me know what you think. Let me know which ones you guys have and what you like about them, because I'm looking to add one of those too. So there she is, 2006 TRX 400EX. Appreciate y'all.